Hi, I'm AKMoonstone. Welcome back to my channel. Let's clear the air. In my last video, I introduced my love tuner. And if you all would like to sit back, take a deep breath in, and then release. Close your eyes, and I'm gonna play this sound to clear all of our heart spaces. So, okay, ready? Let's begin. Whew! All right, that was fun. Ooh, got me a little lightheaded there. Anyways, whew, shake that off. Let's move this energy around, right? All right, today marks the day of endings. It's the portal. Today's the portal. Ta-da! And now that the portal is now open, things are going to be cleared so basically endings are happening, and I've already experienced it already. And it's only 11:37 in the morning or afternoon, however you want to look at it. Things are going to be cleared out of your life so that the new things can take place. There will be no more loose ends. Last night, there was a lot of disrupting energies. I know I tried to sleep last night. The veil was very thin, and I heard a lot of weird things, a lot of weird voices, and a lot of anger is going to arise. Like I said in a couple of my readings about the portal and with the Aquarius energies, and you got narcissistic people on the rise. A lot of people are trying to hide who they are. So the ones who can see the truth and are speaking their truth, stick to your guns, because these people who don't have good intentions for you are going to come attacking you because they want you to question your own self-worth. So this energy is like cosmic reset, basically. And this energy has been building up for quite some time. So these people who thought they had control over you, they're going to come back and be like, what are you talking about? We never said that. And you know that you heard them say that. Otherwise, you're not going to make it up. Nobody does that, right? So you know, because you've seen it with your own eyes and your ears, that these people had said this to you. And it could be about anything. It could be about another person, about, anything at all. And these same people are going to come back and say, you're crazy. You don't know what you're talking about. So with that being said, after this portal closes, which will close tonight at midnight, the energy will be lingering for a few days. It always does. Energy usually goes a few days before and a few days after. So, but this entire month of February is about all of our lives are predestined. So fated events are going to take place. And that's why we're having this cosmic reset right now. It's very important. But these people are trying to hinder your path. And it's because there's something much bigger that is a bigger piece to this puzzle. And a lot of people, they don't want to see you move on. They don't want to see you happy. It could be out of jealousy. It could be out of anything. We don't know. We're not them. Or it's just this, like I said, soul contracts are now activating. So these soul contracts, these people are like, all they know is that they are supposed to stop you for you so that you don't move forward or you don't clear your path. They don't want to see you moving on without them. So they're going to do whatever they can to keep you from your path. And you need to just trust yourself in the process. Like, no, I deserve better. I need to be with this person because I am being pulled to this person or this place or this talent, this purpose, whatever the case may be, but all soul contracts are going to be activating as of today. I feel it in my energy. So like I said last night, I tried to sleep. I actually slept pretty good, but my sleep was very disruptive, and that just tells me that the veil is thin. But like I said, anger. A lot of anger issues are going to arise, and it's not within me, it's with other people. People don't understand. They don't like to see a balanced person. And let's say, like for me, for instance, I am a Reiki healer, but at the same time, I can go walking through the store, and if someone sees me, I've had this happen to me. I was sitting, actually, in August, I was sitting at a light in my car with the windows up, and someone got out of their car, walked up to my window because I was in peace, and they were banging on my window. And I stepped out of my car and I said, "Excuse me, are you, like, don't touch my car." And the lady lied to my face. "I did not touch your car. I wouldn't have stepped out if you touched my car. We're at a red light. What do you want?" You know, I don't know her. I don't even think she knew what she was doing. That right there tells you that's a spiritual warfare. She had no idea what the heck she's doing because I scared her. When I stepped out of my car, she kind of freaked out. She didn't know what she was doing, and you could see it in her. She had a blank expression on her face. Most people who approach me and attack me, that's what they do. They kind of have a blank expression, which tells me that's a spiritual warfare. So spiritual warfare is going to be on the rise. Anyways, this is a cosmic reset button that we are all experiencing today. Like I said, endings are today. I've already experienced a couple endings at before 11:32. So I decided, let's jump on and let's give this rock and roll party show going, because I know I'm not the only one out there that's experiencing this. Anyways, numbers are codes. This is how the universe speaks to us. So it is a 2-2 portal. We already talked about that. But twos are dualities, endings. It's a balance the balance is push and pull. And the push and pull is of what was and what's meant to be. Today is a countdown to something bigger. The veil is very thin between the physical and the unseen world. So you're going to hear ringing in your ears. Your dreams are going to be lucid. You're going to have deja vu moments. You might have flashes or glimpses of your future. Definitely sleep disruptions. And then your sleep is also there's a term for it. It's called a lucid bleed through dream. And that's where your dream, you don't know if your dream was real or if it was just a dream. And it's kind of like, and then some people will be dreaming, but you're gonna feel like it's astral projections. So that's gonna be on high. And basically that's because the earth has been ascending for the last few days or couple years. And when the earth moves into a higher energetic frequency, say like we are in 3D, let's just say the earth is rotating in 3D. The earth decided today she's going to move up to the fourth dimension vibrational realm, which now makes our 4D 3D, and our 4D now is 5D. So, and that's how that works. And Mother Earth has actually been doing that, because in order for us to rotate into the sign of Aquarius, the earth has to carry a certain vibrational energetic frequency, because we all have to change within that sign. So that just goes with like, okay, we used to be in the sign of Pisces. So we're in a transition phase. So being in the sign of Pisces, negativity, things were hidden, was much easier. I could wear a mask, I could lie to people, and I would probably get away with it. In reality, I never can. I don't know why that is. Like if I try to tell a lie to somebody, I've got, like, universe will smack me on the hand. I don't know why that is, but I'm just saying, for other people, it was much easier. You can't do that in this energy, in the Aquarius energy. Most Aquariuses, they're an air sign, right? And even though they carry a water sense to them, they are emotional to an extent. They do know how to detach. They are logic people. A lot of them are very kind if they choose to be. They carry a lot of the same aspects of all the other air signs, But just like Aquarius, they can become very stubborn. So they like to rebel. They don't want to be like everyone else. They like to be different, definitely. But most air signs are kind of like that anyway. So that's not a negative quality. I think everybody should, everyone's got to be their own person, right? So, but with Aquarius, there is good and bad aspects to it. But right now, because it is an air sign, a lot of the negative, like let's say energetic people are being highly affected because they do not know how to to maintain control in an air sign frequency. So Aquarius people, some like to be controlling, but a lot of them really don't. And let's say a fire sign is very controlling. Well, he's not going to be able, he or she will not fit in with the Aquarius energy, because Aquarian energy is not about control. It's about breaking the rules. It's about breaking your family curses. If you believe in like generational curses, it's about rebelling against all the norms, because that's what air signs do, right? That's what Aquarius people do. They are like, if you tell them, hey, you need to do this, they might go and do it, but not the way you said. They're going to make that their own. And then they're going to change it around and be like, yeah, I did what you said, but I made it better, because that's what they do. They rebel. They ain't going to follow and listen to you. They're going to do their own thing. And that's a lovely gift and aspect of them. I've met quite a few Aquarius people, and they're one of them I'm actually still friends with, and he follows me on social media. He's very talented, but same thing. You're not going to be able to tell him what to do. He'll do his own thing, but that's his charm. He's beautiful soul, but he does his own thing. Good for you, buddy. Anyways, so you're going to hear a lot of ringing in your ears, your sleep disruptions, your dreams are going to be crazy. So it would be a really good time to journal at this time. This way it'll help you control your thoughts. Your thoughts or your dreams are not going to be random. It's like the universe is going to hand you a little puzzle piece, but you're not going to be able to put that together right today. You're going to get a little piece, so you might want to write that down. It'll just help you out. So that way, when you start getting all these puzzle pieces, you'll be like, oh, you start putting them together, you're going to get your ha-ha moment. Now you know where to go and which way to go and how to do it, right? When the veil is thin, we get mixed energies that are not ours, okay? So people are going to start mimicking your energy or your thoughts. What I mean by that is you're going to start thinking about somebody, and the moment you start thinking about them, they might send you a text message, or they might pick up the phone and call you, and you're going to be like, oh my God, I was just thinking about you. This is the mirroring effect, right? So because of this portal that is opening, all of the unseen threads, that is what connects us, for us to all be intertwined and to be one, is amplifying today. So things are going to seem off. Animals are going to be very significant. Pay attention to animals, how they react, how many are showing up in your life, what is showing up in your life. Like this morning, I walked out my front door, I had a crow. It's snowing outside. I already know today's endings, right? I woke up with some endings. I released that and I walked outside. There's a big crow. That crow always comes to me every morning anyways, but this one was significant and was bigger than normal. And there's snow on the ground. Ending, huh? Crows, some people call them as good omens, change, rebirth, but as much as I do not like to say this, I am going to say it because it is a part of life. Crows also comes with endings and sudden deaths. And like I said, as much as I hate to say this, death will be upon us today and probably in the next few weeks, mainly because we are in Aquarius season. We are going into the Aquarian era, the Aquarian energy. So a lot of people that are negative and they don't want to open their eyes, they don't want to do the healing, they don't want to vibrate at a higher energetic level, well, sudden deaths. The negative Nancy's, you know, that's what happens. And I know a lot of people like to be all sad about death, but remember, we are all energy. So the human body will decay, but the spirit or the soul of that person, it's never going to die. It just transforms. You know, it becomes a spirit and it goes off to spirit land, right? Which is actually if it's a spirit, it will go into the fourth dimension, right? And anything higher than that, say it was an earth angel, their soul, okay, well, it'll go back to heaven, into their realm, you know. Just know, I am a firm believer in Archangel Azrael. There's no such thing as lost souls. He is the soul protector. So anytime someone does pass, that person is definitely safe and protected. But anyways, that's between that person, Azrael, and God, right? That's the divine work right there. So instead of mourning the loss of somebody, they're not dead. They're just in a different form now, okay? So, which would be their rebirth, their brand new beginning. They're no longer here on earth. They're somewhere else or getting ready to go be somewhere else, you know, depending on their paths. We don't know. Like I said, soul contracts are going to be activating, and a lot of people are not going to make it into this new era. If you're being drawn, you're going to start feeling pulls, really strong pulls, and they are going to intensify until you act upon them. So these strong pulls are going to be drawn to a certain person, people, places, maybe even countries, maybe even like, oh my God, I really want to go to Niagara Falls. Let's hurry up and go there for some reason, you know, and there might be a fated meeting event there. You never know. There is a reason for everything. There is no such thing as just chance, right? But these timeline shifts, and the reason why things are getting so crazy energetically is because as soon as this portal starts closing and our endings start taking place, depending on where we all are at on our journey, these timelines are going to start closing, they lock, and they finalize. Like I said, there will be no more loose ends. All your loose ends are going to be tied up. I actually just put out my list of things to do by tomorrow. So tie up those loose ends. It's time for our new beginning, right? Your thoughts will not be your own today. Because of the veil being thin, now you've got other things in the air right now. We are having a mixture event of dimensions actually in our own realm, even though we cannot even see it. And I know some people might not believe that. That's fine. You don't have to. But we're all interconnected somehow, and these dimensions do exist. It's science, you know, quantum physics. People are going to be reflecting back at you. So when they reflect when they are reflecting back at you, they're basically showing you who you are. So basically, this is going to show you who you align with. So let's say, for example, you got fired from your job, but you already wanted to leave and you knew you didn't fit in there, but you didn't make that choice. They did it for you. That wasn't them that did it. It was the universe. Why? I said this in the last couple readings. It's because you already learned that lesson. Your time is done there. It's time for you to move on to other people, maybe a job that's going to be better for you or you're more aligned with, nicer people, probably even better pay usually. Usually when I have an ending, I get blessed, you know, with something better anyway. So most people usually do, depending on how you look at it, right? But if you're going to sit here and be a negative Nelly or play victimhood mentality, then those people did win, right? Because you're all like, boo-hoo, I'm never going to be successful. And then the universe is like, well, because you keep speaking that upon yourself, you're basically placing a spell upon you. You're blocking your own blessings by you saying, oh, I'm never going to be successful. Well, then the universe is going to show you, you're right. You're not going to be. That's amplifying the law of attraction. That's what 2-2 is all about. Amplifying the law of attraction. Now, a lot of people, especially if you're on the Christ consciousness path, we have been embracing the law of oneness. And the law of oneness states that we are all one and we are all interconnected. As long as you know that we are all one, anybody that tries to hurt you is only going to hurt themselves. And that's when, after this portal closes, the decisions that these people make, if they're going to regret it, especially the moment you already moved on and you're on doing something else, they're going to regret their decisions, because right now, a lot of gossip and slander has been going on, in the works. So, and jealousy, envy, and these are all negative energies, right? These are basically the push and pull is the healed and the unhealed, right? So these people see something in these people that these people don't have. So what's the best way to do is to destroy these people so that these people can feel better about themselves and they think they're in power. But in the sign of Aquarius, or in the era of Aquarius, no, that's not how it's going to work. The people that think this way are going to fall. And I've already seen it the moment something happened to me today. I started laughing and I removed myself and said, let it go. I gave it to God. Let go and let God, because it's funny. And those people are going to fall. They're going to fall right on their face. I like to call that card, or when, rock bottom, that's fine. Just know that the unseen world, like I always tell people, be careful of who you talk about, or, who you're judging, because you don't know who is protecting that person in the spiritual realm. And that person could be a high-ranking spiritual person, could be an ancestor of Jesus Christ himself, or, or a descendant of an archangel. You never know. You don't know. We don't know. We're just here, right? Anyways, so people are going to be reflecting back. So basically, this is going to show you who you align with and what you're supposed to be aligning with. So you already knew the things that are ending right now, let them go. Let it go. Just allow, surrender, and go with the flow. If it ended today or yesterday or tomorrow, guess what? Because when we wake up tomorrow, the endings are still going to be there. So if it ended in the last few days, let it end. It ain't meant to be with you. You got bigger and better things that are going to be coming in. And we are all safe and protected. So if you start seeing 222s, today you might, or tomorrow you might wake up and start seeing 4s. 4 is the number of you are safe and protected. The divine is protecting you. I always like to say rejection is God's protection. There is a reason why he don't want you there anymore, wherever that place may be. It could be a job, it could be at school, it could be anywhere, right? He does not want you because he's already seen what they are stirring up in the pot for you. So rejection is God's protection, and I mean that definitely today. So synchronicities are going to be on high. Pay attention to numbers in animals. 2 is a frequency and it is a number, right? Repeating 2s is going to be huge today. The universe is going to be talking today by 2s, meaning connections, partnerships, mirrors and reflections, spiritual alignments. This vibrational is a contrast of duality, right? So how this energy works, how this energy works is things that are imbalanced are going to end. So if things feel like it's aligning or falling apart, it's only, just remember, it's part of the process. Allow it to fall apart. Because if it's fallen apart, it wasn't stable to begin with. It's time to see the truth and clarity of all your situations. And tomorrow, some of you are going to wake up with a new talent, a new idea, a new hobby, a new feeling. The energy is going to be new. It's going to be fresh and it's going to be clean. Because today, we have the contrast. So you're going to feel that. But tomorrow, you're going to be like, oh, my world just changed. Something changed. And you might not even know what it is. But some of you are going to wake up and all of a sudden, you're going to have a new talent. Why is this? Because these energies are now activating our dormant talents. Remember why I was talking about north nodes and south nodes? Well, if you look up into your south node in your birth chart, you have probably a lot of hidden talents that you've already mastered that you've never even brought to this life yet. And these energies are actually working with your DNA as we move into higher frequencies, and it activates certain things in our bodies. And these that dormant talent comes to the surface all of a sudden. You're like, oh my God, I know how to do this. You know, like let's say I was never a musician and tomorrow I wake up and I'm like, oh my God, let me grab my son's drum. And all of a sudden I'm a musician. It just came easy. It's going to be something like that. Could be like, you know, all of a sudden you have a book idea, write it. You know, these dormant talents, skills, and gifts are going to wake up. The cosmos are wanting you to explore these gifts. People who are, or our psychic awarenesses or our visions, they're also going to be heightened. So please pay attention to like these flash visions, your premonitions. Those are the things that people are like, was that a dream or did that really happen? That's a premonition. If you can't decipher and you know you weren't sleeping, but you feel like you've seen something, but you know you were still sitting on your couch going, wait, I've been sitting here the whole time. How did I see that? That's called a premonition. That is a psychic gift that might have been laying dormant, and you know, it's clear. It's a clear. You got clairaudience, you know, that's visions. That's going to be waking up. Clairsentient is hearing the spiritual realm. What is it? There's another one, sensory or something. It's with your nose. You're going to start smelling different weird things. Like all of a sudden you're washing dishes and you smell like cigarette smoke and nobody's smoking in your house. You don't smoke, but maybe an ancestor of yours did. Maybe it was your grandma or your grandpa or something, and you smell that, you know, that's a sign. Anyways, then that means that that's a new spiritual gift that you have. So going back to this, I am going to say, do not obsess over your manifestations or your wishes. Many people make the mistake of, oh, it's a portal. I got to make a wish. I got to start manifesting. I got to start manifesting. Do not force anything. Surrender, allow, and give it to the universe. Give it to God. Let go and let God, right? Make that your mantra for today. Let go and let God. And actually make that your mantra probably for the next few days, because energy moves and flows, right? So just like when you grab sand, you know, like let's say you're at the beach and you grab some sand and you're trying to grab this sand, but when you do this, all the sand just falls out, right? But you want to grab that sand. Anything that you grip onto that you're trying to hold on to, like I told you, you're trying to grip on it. Do not hold on to anything, because anything you hold on to, just like the sand that falls through your hands, you know, that's the very thing that the universe is going to take away from you. So instead of forcing, let it flow. Instead of chasing, trust. Desperation repels. Alignment attracts. Remember that. Let's say that again. If you force, or forcing, don't force, allow it to flow. Don't chase, trust. Desperation repels, and alignment attracts. Okay? This energy knows what is best for you, even if you do not even know what's best for you. So, that being said, that is the energy we are dealing with. And what kind of person are you going to be? Are you going to be that person that, nope, I got to hold on to it because this is all I know and I'm too scared for the future? Or are you just going to go, you know what? because you can't control it. Like I said, you don't make these decisions, the universe is going to do it for you. And when the universe forces these decisions, and just trust me, today it was a forced decision. Not that I really care, because it really wasn't that big of a deal. But at the end of the day, it does make me chuckle, because it was like, I wanted to see if what I was saying to you guys is true. So I like to play little games and tests with the universe, right? I've been doing this probably most of my life. Especially ever since I started like reading up on like astrology, and I've been reading up on astrology for years, you know. Even when I was in my early 20s, I would work at the bar and be telling people like, nope, you know, quantum physics stuff. And these people at the bar, they're just there to drink and have fun, and I'm being all nerdy and being like, nope, that's not how we're supposed to do it, right? So I like to play little testing games, and just to see if what I'm saying was true and it was correct, and it was. So it makes me giggle and laugh a little bit. I'm not mad. There's no hard feelings. It is what it is, right? Allow and trust. Anyways, I want to do some cards today just to have some fun. So animals came up, and when I was sleeping last night, I had that feeling of animals. So I have a deck, and it is by Stephen D. Farmer. It's a 44 card deck. I love this deck. These are messages from our spirit guide. They're actually oracle cards, but I want to pull one. I did pray over all of my cards today, so anyways, God, angels, universe, and spirit, what card do we need to know for this energy today and into tomorrow? Because tomorrow when we wake up, it's going to be different. And I'm actually kind of can't wait, because I don't like when the energies mix, especially when the veil is thin, because like I said, these energies that are mixing are not ours. And I am an empath, an empath, so I am very sensitive to energies, and it makes me very uneasy, because I don't know. Like right now, if I even cleansed my house, I did the Florida water, I've got the sages, I've got the cedars, I do it all, right? And there ain't enough sage in this world because it's unseen, right? I don't know who's walking past me. If, you know, I do believe in the spirit realm, you know, and a lot of them are just bypassers. They're not even here to talk to me or even anything with me. It's just, it's mixed energy in the air, and I don't like that personally, but it is what it is. I got to deal with it. Give us a card. Give us a card. Let's get an animal card today. Oh, we have the mouse. You're overlooking some important details, so pay closer attention to what is going on around you today. Oh, that coincides with yesterday's card. Be still and sit in silence, right? So mouse, be quiet as a mouse. Pay attention to details, because the universe has something to say. I was listening to a couple people today before I got on, and this deck, again, Shabe Zane, this is her Declare and Decree deck. They were talking about people breaking generational curses. Now, I know I'm already one that has broken a lot of my stuff, or, you know, like, let's say contracts. I've ended a lot of my contracts. I cleared and healed them. But because of how the energy has been working in the last few years, now I had to do mine all in like a year. Probably was like back in 2022. Between 2022 and 2023, I had to clear out a lot of my contracts. And pay my karmic debts, especially in 23, because that's what 23 is all about. It came in like certain waves, especially when people were starting to spiritually awaken. So there was a first wave. I wasn't part of the first wave. I think I was the second wave. And a lot of the people that woke up in the second wave, we are considered following the Christ consciousness path. And, or that's what we've been calling it, right? Or a lot of people have been. I would agree with that, because I'll be honest with you. I might have been raised like as a Catholic, but, and I went to churches, and I had a couple friends that I would go to their churches too. But there was never a time in my life that when I was younger, there was never a time in my life that I actually ever sat down and was like praying to Jesus. I knew he existed. I mean, I celebrate his birthday, you know. As a Catholic, you know, I got my Holy Communion and, you know, the whole Ash Wednesday thing. I've gotten my ashes and all that, right? But I never sat down and ever prayed to Jesus. And it's almost like I kind of ignored him. Not really ignored him. I mean, like I said, I knew he existed, but not once did I ever give him anything, any recognition, anything. Because when I was small, the person I used to go to a lot was Mother Mary. And with that being said, it was because my mom wasn't in my life. So that's who I prayed to. And what's that? Archangel Gabriel was a big one. Michael, you know, and I know a lot of people they're like, you're not supposed to pray to these people. Then what are they there for? Because they will help you, you know. I'm not saying worship them, but they will answer you. And as a little girl, I was going through a big transition in my time. I went for a walk in my brand new area, a brand new neighborhood, and I found the statue of Mother Mary. So I went to the statue and I picked one of her flowers and I went home and I put it by my bed. Now this is when I just moved to a new state, a new school, and I didn't have any friends or anything. And I kept that flower by my bed until the day I graduated, and every night I could feel her hug me. So people that say that that's wrong, you shouldn't pray. If it wasn't for her, I mean, Mary is a mom, right? God chose her to be a mom. Her life mission was to be with kids. And that's what her and Mary Magdalene were doing after she buried her son. Both Marys buried Jesus. They went off and did their own mission. And it was with women and children. And then Mary Magdalene buried Jesus's mom, Mary, and then she went off a couple years. I think she died a couple years later. Anyways, so as I grew up, I never really prayed to him. I never really thought much of him. It's not like I was being negative. It's just it never occurred to me. It's almost like he kind of didn't exist in a sense. And I don't mean that in a negative way, but it's true. Let's just be honest about it, right? I went through a spiritual awakening I would say about in the year 2023. And when I did, he came to me in a vision or in a dream. And he said to me, what did he say to me? He said to me, I cannot do my job until you do yours. I had never in my life prayed to the man, nothing. But then I had to go on a hunt and a search to figure out what that meant. I know what it means now, but at the time he came to me, I didn't know what that meant. So that might be significant for someone out there. I always like to say that maybe my story would be someone else's survival guide. And before he came to me, I was not in a good space. Let's just say that. And what he wanted me to do was for me to forgive myself. He can't do his job until you do yours. Anyways, so this portal is all about breaking family curses, generational curses, old limiting self-beliefs. This is the push and pull energy, right? So again, Aquarian energy. Time to break the rules. But my family said we have to live this way. Really? Because that's the very thing the universe wants you to break. Because in Aquarian energy, they're rebellious. They don't play by no rules. Anyways, let's see. I'm trying to get a card out, but I keep kind of sidetracking, especially when it comes to Jesus. So that means everybody needs a little more Jesus in their lives. I'm assuming that. Because For the longest time I didn't, but I'm going to tell you right now, his energy has been up and all around me probably since the day he came to me. And I wrote a few books about him, and I had to do a lot of research on him. And then I realized, wow, his life and my life are really not too far apart. We're all interconnected. We are all one. He believed in the law of oneness. He knew what the law of oneness was. All right, well, we got a card, and that's crazy. Here it is. It says, all spiritual warfare waged against myself and my loved ones is now destroyed in spirit and in flesh. That's a good one. I say everybody put it on a piece of paper, write this down, or say it with me. Because all spiritual warfare waged against myself and my loved ones is now destroyed in spirit and in flesh. And there was one more that did come out. Actually, there was quite a few, but I don't want to do all those. We're just going to do one more. We'll do a blue card. So we got fire and water, right? All fear of judgment by others is cleared from my energy in spirit and in flesh. We'll say that one more time. All fear of judgment by others is now cleared from my energy in spirit and in flesh. Hot diggity dog. So there you have it. Now you don't have to worry about it no more. Clear it out. Let's do a couple tarot cards. Let's see what we need to know. Any messages that we need to hear for today? Let's see. Ooh. That's a good one. That's a new beginning card. Let's do a couple because I want to see where this is going to go. The first card that came out was the Ace of Pentacles. That's a new, stable beginning. Ah, I see where this is going. That makes sense while everybody was talking about, I was wondering why everyone was talking about, like today on YouTube, I kind of turned it on just to hear what other people thought. And they were talking about breaking generational curses, contracts, so because soul contracts are activating, right? Ah, now the cards are being stubborn. Okay. So 4 cards already laid out. The first card is the Ace of Pentacles. So basically, this is a new beginning. This is a new, stable foundation. This is also a job offer, a stable offer, any offer, but it's stable. It's a firm foundation, rooted. You see all these trees? Trees are rooted into the ground. Stable. That's good. Why is it stable? Because you broke free. This is the card. When it's upright, it's actually the Devil card. This card is actually in the sign of Capricorn, right? But it's reversed. So you broke free from all your restrictions or addiction. Like if it's upright, usually it means like people are like, maybe that person has an addiction problem, or they sold their soul to the devil, or, you know, spiritual warfare. But if you do this, well, it came out like this, that means you broke free from all that. You broke free from restrictions. You broke free from self-limiting beliefs. You broke free from your addiction issues. Breaking free from the devil, what no longer serves you. Why? Because now you're going to have a stable foundation. This card came out, and I don't know why, but maybe many of you out there need to hear this. It's saying at this time, it's not good to reconcile don't reconcile. And the reason for this being is, this is the Ace of Cups, so this is offering love. This is not offering love. This is not reconciling. This is not a new beginning. So there's someone in your life the universe does not want you to reconcile with, and it's probably someone from your past. And it's probably someone who does not have good intentions for you. And by you not reconciling, you're going to get a victory. This person does not have good intentions. They want to steal, they want to take. And stealing can be anything. It could steal your joy. It could steal your energy, you know, money or a piece of property. Most likely not, but it's usually energy, your joy, your light, you know, your ideas, your love, anything. So there's someone from your past that they do not want you to reconcile with. And if you don't reconcile, you're going to get a victory. This is the Chariot card. It's a major arcana. This is also fast-moving energy, meaning a victory. Moving. So people are going to start moving to new places. Why? Because you need a stable foundation, because you did the work. You broke free from all these things. You're not reconciling with the past. Why? Because it's time to let it go. You did the work. You broke free, and now you're going to be moving. And this is actually, like, Chariot card is a fast-paced moving energy. So you might end up getting, like, for some of you out there, you might get that job offer. You're going to have to move to another state or a country. But you're going to have a stable foundation. And that's what this new beginning is about. That's what Aquarian energy is all about. Aquarius people like stability. Most air signs do. We thrive off of stable foundations, right? Let's get a couple more cards. And that is very important to a lot of people, especially earth signs, because look at this is stable foundation, the Ace of Pentacles. That's earth energy. A lot of earth signs, they love stability. They don't like spontaneous actions, right? Which is kind of weird, because even though air signs, a lot of us, we're very spontaneous people, but we like to be stable as well. It makes us feel secure, right? Everybody does. I don't think it really has anything to do with signs. I just think we as humans, we thrive on being stable, right? So one more card. Oh, we got two. Clarity. We will all have our clarity today and tomorrow. Drop your guards. It's time to drop those guards. And the Ace of Wands in reverse. Something that you don't know is coming. So pay attention to your signs. There's something you still don't know, which means you're really not moving forward just yet, because there's a piece of information that you do not know. But you will have the clarity, because you're going to be moving to a new stable foundation. Why? Because you broke free. You broke free of something. And now you're going to have clarity. This is the Temperance card. Temperance, this card also means, not only does it mean clarity, but it means balance and justice. You see that girl? She's got one foot in the water and one foot on land. That's balance, that's justice. She's happy. She knows. She ain't got a care in the world. That's balance. Should we pull one more card? And that's what I was waiting for. I truly was waiting for that. The World card. Completion of a cycle. Endings. Something in our lives are going to be ending today. I'm already experiencing it. I'm sure many of you else out there. And if it hasn't happened yet, it needs to, and it will. Why? Because you're going to be moving into a new stable foundation, because the foundation you're in, it's old. You learned that lesson already. It's time to move on. You got people out there that you need to hug. You need to meet. You need to hang out with. You need to have conversations with. You need to build something with. You need to give someone an idea, a key, a piece of their puzzle piece. It's time to break free from old patterns, limits, beliefs, whatever. And once you get the clarity, you're going to be moving. Once you get the clarity, the endings are coming in for the clarity. We know you don't know yet, but it's coming. Once you have the clarity and the cycle is ending and it's over, you're now moving to a new stable foundation. It's basically how that works, right? Awesome. But yeah, I know a lot of people are receiving 2s today. I have not. I've been receiving 10s. 10s are a completion of a cycle. All right, I'm just clearing the deck. All right, let's do one card from my Oracle deck. This is AKMoonstone's Oracle Story. You can get on Etsy, you know, because I made these cards. So hold on a second. There it is. All right, let's pull one of my cards and call it a day. And let's get out there and get those endings over with. Rip it off like a Band-Aid. I always tell the universe, just if you're gonna end something, just rip it off like a Band-Aid. I don't like energy to linger. When it lingers, it bothers me because I gotta be patient. And air signs don't like to be very patient. It's been one of my life lessons. It's why they moved me into a little town. I used to live in a kind of like a very fast-paced city, and now I live in this little small town. They took me backwards. When I was in high school, I lived in a small town. Now I live in a small town, and I swear to God, it's so weird, is my kids' high school colors are the same colors that I, was on when I was in high school. It already came out. Flush this. Letting go. It's time to let go. Yay! Are you ready to experience a major shift? Because it's happening right now. Let's get a gong on that. Maybe it's time for you to change your relationship with money. Are you tired of being in financial debt, dealing with the same old worries and anxiety? Money is just energy. It's neither good or bad. We as humans put an emotion to money, and then we labeled it good or bad. This may have stemmed from your childhood. Take this time to heal your relationship with money. There is always enough money to go around for everyone in this world. There is no lack. This card is to let you know that a new doorway to new creative spaces, to new directions that were unseen before in matters of your finances, giving you a new mindset, and for you to perform the art of letting go, bringing in healing, peace, abundance, and prosperity into your life. You can play victim or you can play creator, but you cannot be both. It is time to flush away all of your old negative patterns, debts and all, because tomorrow always brings us a new day to live a better day and to be a better you. So grab a piece of paper or toilet paper, write your debts, wishes, worries, or any negative thought that you have, then roll it into a ball and then flush it down the toilet. That's it. Let go and let God. Ooh, I already said that today. Then allow the universe to work its magic for you. This is the art of letting go. So what are you waiting for? Let's flush this. Well, that was kind of crappy. There we go. Yay! Bring it on, rip it off like a Band-Aid, universe. Come on, we're ready. Let's get this show on the road. That's how I always say it, right? I would like to thank everybody for your time and for listening. Please keep your energy safe and protected. I do think that, if you do what you do for your protection of your energy. I know I probably should do a segment on that to help people protect their energy. I am a firm believer of the evil eye. I'm obsessed with the evil eye, actually. I have it around my house and I wear it as my own amulets and stuff. I even wrote 2 books on it, which you can get on my Etsy store. And you can get it on Amazon.com. I even make bracelets. Anyways, protect your energy today. Remember, the energy you're picking up, it's not all yours. So mixed energy in the air. Allow and surrender and flush this. I like that. That's a good book, by the way. I made that. Actually, when I made it, a lot of people said, don't write it. So I wrote it on purpose because I thought it was hilarious. It's a journal. And I would like to thank everybody for your time. Be safe. And please like, share, and subscribe for more content. And I hope to see you guys soon. Namaste.